Hello there, welcome back to the Golden Horde and the Great Khan. Last time we ended up messing around a lot, and I guess that is basically the exact same thing that we're going to continue doing today. Now, as you can see, that actually Finnish nationalists in Denmark, so potentially if Denmark gets weak, I can use this to my advantage. It is rather doubtful though, we'll have to see how we do with Novgorod and their cause, but they could potentially be a really good addition. We are still going to be aiming at finishing off spec pretty soon here. Don't want to waste too much, too many men more or less. I'll have to see how the plan actually works out. For the time being, we'll just sit by here and see what happens. Now, this time, in order to not waste even more manpower, we are going to accept the people of Chernigov's choice here. Problem, of course, is that it's going to take a little bit. Excuse me, it's going to take a little bit longer before we can. Excuse me again. Going to take a little bit longer before we can convert the province, but to be perfectly honest, that is the only real negative repercussion here. They still will not accept the vassalage, so I guess what we will be doing now is actually walking down to the Timurids and taking the province that we're after. Now the war goal here is take Merv, so we will be doing just that. This army will be sent to Merv. I'll probably send a third to siege. The rest will stand by in Kopperdag to, well, protect. We have some more rebels rising up in Poltava apparently, which is not good, admittedly, but it is what it is. Let's see it. There we go. So I'll be standing by. We'll see how this plays out. Still a bit unsure how it will, but the goal is basically just to go east and get ourselves a road to China, so to speak, and finish Persia. And then we will consider what we will be doing in terms of dealing with Muscovy and Denmark for the final Russian provinces. I'll have to see how it goes. And we also now have Uzbek in a position where I can just forcefully vassalize them, and that is exactly what we're doing. These guys will be sent home through the Timurids, of course. And again, the next province I take from a guy here, I'll probably just hand over to Uzbek, except for this one, because I want this one to give myself a road to Chagatai, so I can declare one them. So that should work out. Also, again, to my advantage, hopefully. We'll just have to see how this all ends up. But Timurids are losing land, which is good. We'll take that point of mercantilism. Thank you very much. And Orthodox zealots have risen up in Suzdal, so we still have issues with these rebels, and they need to be dealt with more or less pretty rapidly. We'll see how it goes. Now I can do an upgrade to my military tech to level 7 to Limba, and we're going to do that. Should probably done that a little while ago, but it gives military tanks plus 0.25, which will be useful because it will make sure that I will not be losing as many men during battle. Fire, damage by infantry, we don't have too much of that. Artillery fire means that we could now start building artillery and putting it into our armies, and once we're going after Muscovy again, we probably will have to do that in order to try and get a little bit of help there. But as you can see, the war with Timurids is going pretty neatly. I do want to take these two provinces too from the Timurids, because they both have Uzbek culture, which means that they were once cools of Uzbek, and as such I can definitely sell them to said nation. Also, all of my calls are almost done, so nothing to worry about there either. And with that, as I said, the goal here will be to more or less hand back a lot of the, well, Uzbek cause provinces. You get the idea. Now I might be in a little bit of a trouble situation here. As you can see, Timurids still have a pretty decent army running around here, basically being a little bit obnoxious. But if I jump in here with my extra forces, I should be able to, decimate their forces fairly easily. So that is fairly alright result there. Now I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to do anything or just wait here, because Persia is coming with one of their own armies, so they will probably, deal the last blow to some of the Timurids. Now the big question is, can I get everything that I want now? What I want is basically this handed over. I want this province for myself to claim on Baluchistan, and I want these two to sell them to Uzbek. I believe I can. So this is the deal of what we're going for, of course. A lot of lands won't like this, but As you can see, I even get I even get less relations with Ryuko of all places. But this is a deal that I can live with. It's a little bit costly on the diplomatic side, but it's basically just a really simple way to make sure that I can grow Uzbek. As you can see, they'll take this. They'll not take it if it costs money, but basically they only have the possibilities to take that province. So that's perfectly fine by me. We're going to join all the forces that have been this campaign over here. The forces that are standing here and here do so for a very good reason. They are protecting the missionaries while they're working, more or less, and these guys are actually stuck for the time being. Might actually just stick the entire army there then. But yeah, the goal here is to now probably get a claim on Baluchistan, might as well. And then, since we are now fabricating that claim, I can sell, most likely this one. Yeah, as you can see, they will take it to Persia. So I can probably do the same thing with this one, just to get it off my hands if I so desire. And I think I do. The claim on Murphy will not run out any time. Sorry, the claim on Karakum will not run out anytime soon. 12 years. No, 11 years. I might have to fabricate another claim, but it's fine. We have basically what we need here. And as you can see, they will only take one province, because one province is apparently enough now to make them overextended. So let them not do anything silly on that scale in future here. But I am still working towards getting to, I believe it's level 7, so I can either unlock administrative, economic, or innovative to get my government reforms, so we can, well, do some more interesting work per se. Other than that, I think I'm going to keep on fabricating claims on Eastern Muscovy, because we will be finding them probably really soon. But I'm also a little bit unsure if the fabrication of claims might get Denmark to not leave the coalition. So we're going to be careful, and hopefully in a decade or so they will have left. That is the hopes, so to speak. Because Muscovy, they aren't really that strong if you take out Denmark. If I take out Denmark, then I can most likely kick Muscovy's arse in 1 2 wars thanks to Novgorod. Yeah, that is at least a hope. But we'll see how it goes. For now, I'll allow the manpower to recover, and we'll plan our war against Baluchistan, which will most likely just involve Persia. There we go, we have our conquest casus belli on Baluchistan. And, well, with that we are going to attack them. They're basically riddled with rebels already, so going for this war should be simple. They're also allied with Chagatai, so I could potentially here get a basically take these 2 provinces, and with that get a better potential here to stopping Muscovy by just taking a simple province or whatnot. But I'm still a little bit unsure if I want to use Muscovy basically, as I said, as a colonization tool, more or less. Take the western part and just conquer them as they go east. That could be a possibility here. Chagatai is not scary. I'm pretty sure Uzbek and potentially this army here will be more than enough to handle it. So I'm not scared. I'm not worried, not in the slightest. So let's go for the war and see who joins in. Baluchistan and Gujarat. So they did not join in. I'm not worried about. And we're just going to conquer the rest of Baluchistan. I have no idea if these rebels actually will hand it over to Persia, judging by how they look. I would assume so. But who knows. And there we go. Persia has already beaten their army pretty damn severely. So I dare say the war is more or less already over. Almost has actually been occupied by Persia. Now this is not what I wanted. They actually ended up attacking me. It's not useful at all. Now where are those Persian patriots going? You know what, we're actually going to step out of this province altogether, because I don't want to fight the patriots if they end up in Koistan. That would actually be beneficial to me, and as you can see, my vassals here have this thing under lock and key, so we're just going to step away and let them deal with it. Again, we'll improve the situation with some cash. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here if these provinces actually get given to Persia or not. That is basically the interesting fact here. Now Kartli should be down here. We're going Poltava. These guys will be going to Kartli to protect, again, missionary. But I'll wait for the war to end and we'll see what we end up with. Now this is an interesting one. The Ottomans want me to help them again. The Mamluks, allied with Yemen and Hejaz. No reason not to be honest. The simple fact is, the Mamluks pose no threat to me whatsoever. The Ottomans should be able to handle this amount of force basically on their own. My vassals will probably help them a little bit. So if you add all of that together, they basically have won already. And you can see here, 17,000 men decimated in the blink of an eye. The Ottomans training tens of thousands of men. So yeah, that was over. The reason I haven't actually taken the diplomacy attack because I'm unsure what the cost of this war will be once we've actually sieged everything and everything is well set in stone, so to speak. See how it goes. We might have to actually siege some of this because if not, I'm pretty sure that Karakondi will actually get it, which is less than ideal. So we'll move half the army there. We'll move the other half of the army to Fars, which is occupied by Shia zealots, and then we'll see how it stands after that. Well, we have a tribal succession crisis. The governor reports of black news and the stability drop. We have a Regency Council, and again, our great chief is dead and already the villagers are circling. Looks like there will be yet another struggle for the throne. No challenge can be a Khan, and I get a 5-5-3. I'm pretty happy with this for obvious reasons. A 5-5-3 is not a bad rulers. It seems like either I am really blessed in this game, or the Golden Horde is kind of biased towards getting good rulers. Either of them I'm fine with. Negative news, Muscovy has a clear 1-check tie. But I'll still wait for the war here to end and then we'll see what we'll do. There we go, with the siege of Fars completed. I'm pretty sure here we can make the peace that I want. The only problem of course is that it's really expensive. It's just 3 provinces, but it costs me 97% war score. But what I think we'll have to aim with this last Persian province is basically to just, use subterfuge to our, advantage here. And we are basically going to support rebels, because that is a really good way of solving this issue, I think. So they're already patriot rebels here. They're actually foreign supported rebels, and if we add our foreign support for those rebels on top of that, we can afford. We have a lot of money in the bank, and basically here that's going to be one hell of an army. Apparently they don't stack, so that sucks, but that's fine. All I really need here is one army to rise up, and then we can all live happily ever after, so to speak. But the Ottomans are winning their war. We are basically set ourselves. All I have to do is wait for truces to end with Nogay Timurids. I could go after Karakondi, but I'm a little bit unsure if the Ottomans actually want this area. If they do that, that would be, well, poor taste, so to speak, to piss off the one ally that I rely on, because they are going to whip my ass if I'm not careful here. Last things we're going to do here is take the free field rotation, which gives production efficiency increased by 10%. We can now build farm estate. We're now 1 tech away from basically getting the ideas we need to reform the government. We're also going to take diplomatic tech 6, because then we can build an embassy, get an extra diplomat. I'm a little bit in spy mode right now, so I was thinking subterfuge. Now, I already built stuff. My bad. There we go, build embassy. Let's place our embassy in Sarai. Why not? Capital, big, hopefully. Place. Anyways, we are almost done with this episode. Feel free to comment comments, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and Muscovy definitely needs to be dealt with pretty soon, so we'll try and get that done next episode, or the episode after that. We'll have to see. I'll see you next time. Bye.